The words Art of War seem like a contradiction, but it is a book written by a Chinese general, Sun Tzu, about 500 BC. It is a simple outline of how and why wars are fought. It applies to trade wars as well. I have done editorials on tariffs and war, numbers 70 and 79, with these issues continuing to linger and be mischaracterized with self-serving, short-sighted agendas by those who do not understand the art of war. Wars are part of nature. Might is right, survival of the fittest. It should be the survival of the most right, but is usually overpowered by might. Roosevelt's motto, speak softly and carry a big stick, is the way diplomats try to operate, with the mantra, peace through strength, seeming to work best. This applies to gun control issues as well. The radical approach of the liberal elite is to confront or complain, yell, and encourage riots if they do not get their way. This is not war, it's anarchy. This never solves any problems, often making matters worse by finding more victims to join their movement. I hate tariffs and wars as much as I hate death and hypocrisy. They have always existed, and they are unavoidable when others have differing opinions. There's a saying, if two people are in a room and they always agree, one of them isn't necessary. There will always be disagreement on how to fix things, but when the objective is fully defined, the problem is practically solved. All solutions must be fair, truthful, sustainable, and have no self-serving agenda. Lacking any agreement on these core values is always where the problem lies. Wars are only fought when the two sides disagree on what is fair, truthful, and sustainable. They are not fought because we lost a World Cup soccer game. If there is no agreement on these core values, then might will determine what is fair, truthful, and sustainable. But political correctness is eroding what is fair, truthful, and sustainable with hypocrisy or self-serving agendas disguised as compassion and tolerance ruling the day. Without exception, all wars are fought over disagreements on core values. This explains the motives of the liberal elites that infect the public schools and our colleges. It allows situational ethics, immediate gratification, political correctness to be the rules that make society easier to control. Trade wars is being waged because China is violating these core values. They are not truthful by stealing our technology. They are not fair by manipulating their currency. They violate the rules of economics by dumping products into our market at a loss which is not sustainable, and they are hypocritical by their definition of competition being cheating without getting caught. Wars are very expensive. The decision to wage war is determined by asking, how much will it cost if a war is not declared? This is the most that should be spent on waging a war. With the situation regarding tariffs, the cost is not having a 2% economic growth. The decision is easier when China's economic loss is found to be much higher than ours, because their economy is much larger and more vulnerable to economic swings. Because of the size, if their economy implodes, the likelihood of revolt or anarchy is very real in spite of the fact that their citizens do not have guns. Simply, we can hold our breath longer than they can hold theirs, and we have more to gain than they have to lose. I wish the answer to these questions were painless and easy, but anything in life worth having is never free. At least there's no bloody body count in a trade war, only money being lost. But the expense of the trade war is considerably less than the cost of having Chinese continue to cheat, which has been going on for decades, with no signs of stopping without tariffs. This is the only way to get their attention. We lose jobs, intellectual property, sale of things that we make and grow. The decisions are difficult, but if they were easy, the problem would already be solved. That is why profiles and courage are so important. It takes business and economic understanding to win this game, not diplomats that fix nothing. It's like winning a chess game by being able to see more moves ahead than your opponent. Thank God this is the approach that's being used, not allowing the United States to cower or be intimidated into accepting business as usual from world trading powers who are cheating us. This is Keith Kuby wishing you the best in making the world a better place.